When I was growing up, I was known as the video kid. And then later on in high school, I had the opportunity to make a documentary with my dad, and it was an amazing experience.
The father-daughter duo sweep the nation with their new documentary, inspiring the next generation of students and filmmakers.
Watching the student body for the first time, that really motivated me to be like, hey, you know what, I can do this stuff too. And that was one of those moments where I realized that I wanted to go into film.
So after I made the film, I went to college, and then I got a job at SouthBrook doing live production. I really wanted to build up a team, but the problem was I couldn't find any students who were into that, and a lot of times those students fall through the cracks.
I really felt called to film, and I really knew that's what I wanted to do. So I started looking around to try to find some outlets, but I couldn't find any anywhere, and it made me feel really discouraged, like maybe this isn't really what I'm supposed to do. Kind of just felt stuck.
I remember praying, I was like, Lord, please bring me these students who are isolated. And then all of a sudden, that's when I met Sam.
My first time at SouthBrook was the Christmas show, and I remember sitting in the audience, and I looked over to the side of the stage, and they had cameras there. And I remember turning to my dad and being like, hey Dad, look at the video team they have here. And I was so excited about that, and my dad ended up contacting SouthBrook.
So I got an email from a dad, and he said that his daughter was really interested in film, and she would love to talk more. And so I was like, oh, that's great.
So I met up for coffee with Bailey, and we were kind of just talking and getting to know each other.
And as we were talking, she said, oh, I've seen the student body film. I was like, no way.
And I found out that that Bailey was the same Bailey that made the student body film that I watched so many years ago.
And I just cannot believe that God crossed our stories before we've even met.
And then she asked me to be a part of the SouthBrook video team, and I was so excited about that. It was like the best day of my life. And it was just one of those moments where I felt like I really found where I belong. And so she ended up training me, and she put me on stage next weekend.
But then all of a sudden, all the students who were looking for community, they were just coming in.
And since then, I've been here like every week, either getting to help out with the service wherever I can, or just hanging out with the community. And these people on the team have really become some of the best friends I've ever had. I've always considered myself a Christian, and I've always believed in God. But when I came to SouthBrook, I wanted nothing to do with the faith side of it. I came solely to run cameras. As I got to know the team a little better and we got closer, they shared with me the idea of putting my identity in God instead of all these other things I was putting my identity in. I think this was the first moment in my life where I stopped and I was like, I need God's help. I could either continue down the path that I'd been on, or I could go the way of my faith. So soon after, I started hearing SouthBrook talk about Big Splash, which is their big baptism event they hold in August. And it's just so amazing because it's hundreds of people proclaiming Christ as Lord on the same day.
But at the same time, as a team from the creative arts side, we don't really push that. We don't really go, hey, you guys want to get baptized and things like that. It's pretty much the onus is on the individual.
And I started thinking, and I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to get baptized. So I ended up approaching Eric Fleming and asking him to baptize me. And I remember just being so hyped and ready, and I was like, let's do this. I'm ready. Having my family and my friends there, along with the rest of the community, was just so amazing and powerful. And it was kind of just one of those moments of pure joy.
And it was just really cool to see the culmination of all the questions, the discussions in one moment. as it all came together for Sam. It was just a really cool moment.
Big Splash definitely launched me into a season of growth. I started to let past wounds go. I started reading my Bible and asking questions and learning about that. I started serving, and it just kind of was one of those moments of it's not about me. It's about him and his purpose he has for me. And all of this happened my senior year, and I'll be forever changed because of it. I feel confident in my next step because of everything I've learned at SouthBrook. And now I'm going off to college in about 2 weeks, and I'm ready for wherever God will take me. Is that it? Am I done? Or is there more?